Do-ba-do-do, Scooby-Doo. So what we're going to do, 3 cups. 1 whole cup. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo, Scooby-Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Today we're making nuka-cola. Hope everybody's coming along. I'm just getting some ingredients together right now and getting things kind of ready before we get started. So, yeah. Time to make some nuka-cola, nuka-cola, yeah. I should have probably put this under cooking. But just so everybody's on the same page as me, we're going to be doing the Fallout, the Vault Dwellers official cookbook. This is by Victoria Rosenthal. And back on page 165, we have our recipe here for, you guessed it, the nuka-cola. Now this is going to make, let's see, 5 to 20 servings. Well, okay. See, now this is going to make a lot of syrup. Is what this is going to make. So you'll be able to take this recipe and make the syrup and then get something like, I'd say this here soda stream and carbonate it. Yeah. Are we all excited? I know I'm excited. All right. So I'm going to set this soda stream over here out of the way. I need to find, don't mind the chaos here in the kitchen. We're going to have us a good old time. I need to find that soda stream bottle. We have multiples, but I don't know where any of them are. I think my son is scared and he'll never use a soda stream again, so he's hiding the bottle. Where, oh, where has he put them at? Oh, where could they be? That's okay. We ain't going to be able to carbonate it yet. We have to let the syrup cool down anyhow. So we'll get started. First things first, let me move this over here where I can read at it a little bit while we go. We're going to start. We're going to need 2 cups of water, which I have right here, 2 cups of water. All right, we need 3 cups of sugar. It's a lot of sugar. It's like a lot of sugar when you really think about it. It's a lot. 3 cups of sugar is a lot. All right, now, what else we need? The zest and the juice, half an orange. Okay. I forgot to put that back in the sugar container. Hang on a sec. My little sugar scoop from my sugar container. I used the bigger scoop. I forgot to put the old regular scoop back in there. Alright, the zest. We need the zest and the what? The zest and the juice of half a lime, 1/2 orange, 1/2 of a lime, and 1/2 of a lemon. Now the zest basically means that outer skin. So I'm going to have me some citrus today up in my diet today. Now, when you're zesting, you just want to get your little zester. I got one of these little deals. This is a microplane sharp cutting tools. That's what that is. All right. We're making nuka-cola from the game, Fallout games. So what I'm going to do is, probably better. Here, let me get positioned a little bit better. And I will show y'all so y'all can watch me actually do some of this stuff. Just the wife's chair. All right. 3 cups of wine. No. Unfortunately, no. That's not far enough down. All right. All right, so we're going to take our orange. And to make matters easy, I've already washed everything and prepped everything. We're just going to take this little knife. It's not a slice. It's a steak knife, I'm well aware. We're going to take half of it. We're going to set it aside. We're going to take the other half. Right like this. We're basically getting our ingredients together. Now I got this little thing here to hold my zest in. So I'm going to take this zester. Just like that. We're going to get us a zest off half orange. Now, you don't want to go really deep with the zester. You just want that surface orange. Okay? See how it still leaves a bunch of it on there? Let me switch hands so I'm... I'm just going to kind of go around it. Probably I'll just work around the edge. Just like this. Okay, sound was gone. It's back. Must have been because I didn't stop talking. So we're making, and this is right out of the Fallout, the Vault Dwellers official cookbook by Victoria Rosenthal. And I was kind of curious. I saw somebody on YouTube do this at one point, and I thought that's neat to take something right out of there because we don't have all the stuff that supposedly is in an actual nuka-cola. I mean, you don't get the full recipe. In the lore, they say it's X amount number of fruits, and then you hear that the recipe had to change in the game because of supply shortages and things like that. So that's really what we're doing here. All right, that looks like enough. We got most of that on. Okay, so there's our orange zest. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, this also says juice for half of it. So I got one of these old school. You've probably seen your grandma on one of these. You probably have one of yourself. If you like to make real lemonade, you just take the center of it. We're going to just work it on there just like that. I use my left because I messed up my right wrist working with wires out there in the shop. All right. And we'll squeeze all the juice that we can out of that. I think that's about as good as she gets. Plus you get leftovers. All right, so now, back to our zester. Half a lemon. Cut her in half. Set the other half aside. Just like before. tap. I'm just going to work around the edge. Oop. I'd hope to not do that. See, the zest, I believe, goes in. Orange lemon and lime zest is going to go in with the initial cooking that we do. You're also going to make sure you have some kind of airtight jar or some kind of container, airtight container. I'm going to be using a mason jar, a quart mason jar with a lid. With you previously used lid, but we're not canning it. We're just holding it as syrup for when we put it. We're going to refrigerate this once it cools down, because you don't want to put anything super hot in your fridge. It hurts the motor because it's trying to keep up with keeping everything cold in there. So that looks pretty good to me right there. So we'll move our lemon and orange zest. We're just going to keep all our juice right here. There's no sense in draining this out. And I see a seed right there, so I want to go ahead and remove the seed. All right. We go back, we just juice it. Some people might want to have a juicer or something like that they can do it automatically. If you do, good for you. I don't. Squeeze the last of it. I'll roll myself over here. And we'll get rid of that. Lemon juice is pretty tasty, despite what anybody tells you. All right, so now we're to the lime. Same thing. We're going to cut her in half. It's a good lime. Smell her, she's ripe. Delicious. We'll take half of it away. We'll go back to the zest bowl with all our zest in there. Then we're going to go on to the other ingredients. I will have to go to my computer and save this video for the YouTube. So we can put it on there. Because they only hold this on here for like 14 days on Twitch. And I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing the recipe again. I'll just be making it off camera. And then tomorrow, or the next time I stream, I will be enjoying me some nukacola. So it says the zest. It says off a half, so I assume it means like half the zest off a half of it. I'm assuming that's what they mean. They didn't really give me a good, my wife's mother makes makes Coca-Cola cakes. Yeah, we go up to there's a Save-A-Lot in Mayfield that time from time here and there you can find 7-Up cakes, I think Coca-Cola cakes. I don't remember if I've seen that one there, but I know I've seen them with the 7-Up cakes. Stuff like that with Sprite or citrus, whatever the sodas. Root beer float cakes and stuff like that. Yeah, I've had stuff like that before. They've got a Mississippi quantum pie because you can use, this is the recipe for Nuka-Cola, and it's, some of the others take the syrup from this and you add other stuff to it to make the other Nuka-Cola flavors, because that's just kind of how the lore goes, that they'd use one to make the next as far as their base flavor. All right. Now we got that done. Half a lime. We're going to use the other hand because whew, tell you what, a lot of juice in a lime. And that's that. And we're back. All right, now we have our juice and our zest. Other things you're going to need. Let's see. I didn't bring it out. I got it over here. Hang on. Cinnamon stick. Oh, my wife has cinnamon sticks over here. Let's see. Somewhere here she has cinnamon sticks. Oh boy. Oh no. I don't have cinnamon sticks for the recipe. Ah, here we go. She was hiding them on me. Doesn't say zest. It doesn't say anything but needing a cinnamon stick, so I got one. Aha. She has more over there. Let's see. One cinnamon stick. Okay, so you need one cinnamon stick. Like I said, there's other things you're going to need. It calls for 3 cardamom pods. Now, I couldn't get cardamom pods, but I did get some ground cardamom. And it calls for, sorry about that, half a teaspoon of coriander seed. I didn't have any coriander seed, so I just got the ground coriander. And I'll tell you what we're going to do to make up for that so we don't have any problems down the road. And 2 star anise. These are a pretty neat looking little thing you find on the shelf. I expect it to be in some SpongeBob SquarePants stuff. My camera's over here. Like that. So you need 2 of these. Now what I've done is, it smells very, it's hard to say. I'd say it smells very, very light, honestly. But I've taken all those 2 cardamom pods, and what I kind of guessed on the measurement for the others, as far as the cardamom pods, and I've taken a coffee filter, and I've put them in a coffee filter that I'm going to submerge into the water and sugar when it's time to cook. That'll help me with straining it out, and it should strain pretty easy. I probably could just stick it all in there and let it go, because it does say to strain all of it into your container, which, like I said, I got a quart jar right here. Okay. It also calls for a 1/4 cup of browning sauce, which is browning and seasoning sauce is what this is, for gravies, sauces, and soups and stews is what this is. I don't understand why they want browning sauce. This is the only thing that turns up when you look up browning sauce. I'm kind of sketchy about using it, because it says for sauces, soups, stews, and gravies. I think it's more for the coloring than anything else, because it's a vegetable base. And it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot in it for anything otherwise. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup of that. For that, I have this little measuring cup right here. And we'll go ahead and open this up. Kind of curious as to what it smells like myself. Not a whole lot of smell to it. A mild bit of salt to it. So we're going to take that 1/4 cup. It's going to be a lot of it. You'll probably get out of 4 ounces. Looks like I'm going to get about 2 runs out of this 1 bottle of browning sauce. So I would say, just based on what I'm feeling and left in the bottle, I'd say that's probably about half the bottle left. So I got a 1/4 cup of that. And we want 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Anybody who watched me make my jerky on here knows that 1 teaspoon. That's the little one, not the big one. a vanilla extract, which I have some imitation vanilla flavoring and vanilla extract. I don't think I want to use my wife's real vanilla because she might get a little angry with me because it's expensive. So that's what we're going to do. So now, looking at the instructions, I'm going to move that over. We're going to have to readjust the camera. Give me just a second to kind of get back in place and kind of move some things around. Bear with me, folks, while we get this all here ready here. I want to get y'all a good shot. I don't have multiple cameras or nothing like that. So we're going to get our other half of citrus this and that's out of here. I'm going to take them and put them in a bowl and store them for later. Probably later today. Because wife has all this Tupperware. That'll do right there. Crocker lid, not a Rubbermaid. So wife, just keep buying Bay Crocker, keep buying Rubbermaid, but stop buying both. We still have both. Tell her I will Valentine's Day. Hey, I will buy you a full set, however many we need to get of whatever. But we got to throw all of it away that's not open. Throw it all away. Well, there's some that she just got, so I can't say that to that. All right, so let's reposition here.